Hello everyone and welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Monday 21st of May with me, Richard Market Analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a strong open in terms of risk appetite and also the dollar moves. Announcement overnight that the US and China would be putting on hold the prospect of a trade war as sort of agreements sort of starting to sort of materialise in the negotiations, and that's helped to stabilise sentiment and well, the risk appetite has been very strong, but also we've seen a much stronger dollar as well. So dollar picking up strongly, following on from, it continues to pull higher. 94.20 is the next pivot on dollar index. 94.20 looks to be pulling for a test of that. 10-year Treasury is back higher, but look at, I don't know whether this is an interesting candle or not. With this bar, I should say, in this instance. But bear key 1-day reversal on the yield on the 10-year Treasury. So is that a move that will start to mean that yields start to sort of stabilise and possibly even correct to the downside again? It's worth watching, I think. Worth watching. At the moment, we're still seeing a stronger dollar, but that could start to play into how markets move. Now, equity markets are higher. Not the S&P 500, not open yet, but futures are higher in Wall Street, and certainly the European equity markets, for which ones that are open, i.e. basically just FTSE at the moment, because we've got Whit Monday for a lot of European countries today, Germany and France being two of them. Subsequently, CAC and DAX are closed. But FTSE 100 all-time highs 7848 above 7792, which I'll talk about that in my charts today, so I won't focus on that too much. Risk appetite positive, that and a stronger dollar all adds up to gold price lower, $6 down on gold. We've also got oil price, which is higher again, and these are the two interesting moves. Canadian dollar and Australian dollar both stronger today than the US dollar. So subsequently, that is again reflective of the risk appetite that we've got in the market at the moment. So we've still got this stronger dollar, and that is playing out through markets. But interesting moves we are seeing today. So in terms of data points today, there's nothing. There are no economic major data announcements. And so subsequently, let's have a look at my chart today, which is FTSE 100. The breakout of FTSE 100 to all-time high. 7792 was the old resistance. That was from January. Sort of consolidated around that point Thursday, Friday, but then broke out sharply today. Look at this uptrend channel we've still got going. 81 on the RSI. I'm going to pull this back, and you can see first of all how sharp that uptrend channel is. In terms of gains, we're talking about sort of the Trump era, and the Trump victory gains has been the last time it had any sort of a run like this. Really, really strong move to the upside. And also RSI, that was the last time we saw the RSI over 80. That hit 83, was it? 84 before turning back, but that correction that it did have was subsequently fairly large. So that is the caveat to this. It has broken out, and it looks pretty strong with that strong bull candle. However, I would say 81 is really stretched on RSI and FTSE. But this uptrend channel remains intact. The top of that trend channel is 8770 area today, but you'd say it's sort of 7,900, and then 8,000 would be your sort of resistance areas on a psychological round number aspect. But yeah, that RSI is a little bit of an issue. We've got FTSE 100 here on the hourly chart, where the sort of 55-hour moving average is pretty good, and that comes in at 77.40. So it's already sort of getting ahead of itself, 100 ticks ahead of that moving average. Hourly MACD lines and hourly RSI are not especially sort of ridiculous in terms of their stretched position, but I'd still say that daily one, if you do start to see, now I sort of mentioned in the morning report, you haven't had two bear candles in a row since the beginning of that rally. So if you started to see the market just sort of consolidating a touch, then maybe you'd start to think about the potential for some profit taking. So two bear candles in a row have not been seen. Today certainly does not look like a first bear candle, but yeah, watch out for the moves I think in the coming days. But yeah, this is looking pretty stretched now. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later.